YouTube, how is it going? I hope everyone's day is going well whenever you do watch this, day or night, really. But I was thinking about what I wanted to discuss in today's video, and there's a few things that I actually want to talk about. So I'm not going to touch on one particular topic, but I am going to go around what's relevant in the sports world today. So I was reading through a couple of the major sites that report news, and Alshon Jeffrey reportedly stated that Chicago Bears are going to win the Super Bowl next year. Now, I don't really have a problem with people coming out and saying that, oh, we're going to win the Super Bowl. I hope you think your team's going to win the Super Bowl next year. Like, if you're playing with a mindset that, we're not going to make the playoffs, or we're not going to win a lot of games, I don't really want you a part of the team. But I'm kind of done with people declaring that they're going to win Super Bowls. I mean, Rex Ryan, the Bills coach, stated he was going to bring this city a Super Bowl, and my man didn't even make it through 2 seasons. Regardless, that's another topic. We're not going to discuss it. But I'm saying declaring Super Bowl victories is kind of, it doesn't impress me. It's actually kind of boring, and I wish people wouldn't. Every player that plays the game, any sport really, should go into a season and go throughout the season thinking that they can potentially win the Super Bowl. Because that's the kind of athletes I expect. And Alshon Jeffrey doing it, the only reason I have a main problem with it is because Alshon Jeffrey is a pending free agent. How are you going to guarantee a Super Bowl for a team that you may not potentially be a part of for the following year? I mean, there are a few things that jump in my head as to why he could have said it. The fact that he's trying to bring attention to himself before the free agent market hits, and somebody's going to pay him a good amount of money. I mean, the Bears could hit him with the second franchise tag, which would be pricey, and they do have the cap room to do. But ultimately, do I see him ending up in Chicago? Probably not. I see him going to the highest bidder. I don't know why he would have said this, honestly. It blows my mind. Jeffrey's going to end up on a good team. He's a great talent. Hopefully, he stays away from the marijuana. We can hope. Fingers crossed, and we'll see what he can do next year. I would actually enjoy having him on my fantasy team. I've had Alshon Jeffrey for multiple seasons. He's never really panned out. I mean, he's always been hit or miss. Last year, well, this following year that just passed, he got suspended 4 games. The year before that, he had like a hamstring injury or a groin injury where he missed so many different games that he wasn't even of use to me. But I would still own the guy. I don't know why I keep putting a spot for him on my team. He's usually a high draft pick. It's probably why I haven't won a fantasy championship in a while. But the next topic that I wanted to discuss was Grayson Allen has returned to the starting lineup for the Duke basketball team, and I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed for Coach K. Like, my man's 1 game, seriously? Like, I understand you suffered a tough defeat without him, and you removed him as a captain from your trio of captains, and now you only have co-captains. Like, come on, man. 1 game? Are you serious, man? I'm disappointed. It just goes to show you that Duke basketball is all about the victories. They don't really care about the type of personalities they keep on the team, and I'm disappointed it was only 1 game. I don't think he's gonna stop. I hope they lose, man. I hope they walk into the first round of the NCAA tournament and they just get dusted by some team and they're done. I don't want to see Duke go anywhere this year. I'm very disappointed with how the situation was handled. You took away the guy as a captain and you suspended him for 1 game. Congratulations. Not happening for me. And the final topic that I actually want to talk about today was there were a couple guys throwing out the who should be the NFL MVP this year. And I saw a couple of them. I read them, and a lot of people are going with Tom Brady. And I'll tell you why I personally don't think Tom Brady should be the NFL MVP. One, he played great this year, but he didn't play a full season. I mean, he served a suspension. He only played 12 games. That alone right there, if you don't play a full 16, you better do something super outstanding if you're going to be the NFL MVP while playing only 12 games. And the fact that, look, Garrett Blount had such a good game and opened up a lot of passing lanes for him, Tom Brady had a great year. Nothing wrong with it. Probably on his way to another Super Bowl victory, but he shouldn't be the NFL MVP. That brings me to who I believe, honestly, who should be the NFL MVP. And it kind of comes down to 2 people, and I'm very torn about it, actually. I've been going back and forth in my mind as to who deserves to be this. And I'm probably going to go with Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan has been such a important part of his team this year, and he had an amazing year, all things considered. He has 1 stud receiver, like I said multiple times before. He has a lot of underrated receivers on his team, but he's making things happen. He's putting points up at an astronomical rate each game. I believe that Matt Ryan should be the NFL MVP this year. Other people that I considered, I would probably say the runner-up to that is Ezekiel Elliott. Dude had a monster year, absolutely monster year behind that Dallas offensive line, and I think that it is pretty much a toss-up between him and Ryan, but ultimately I'm going to go with Ryan. Nothing wrong with Ezekiel Elliott. Dude's going to have a great career. Hopefully Dallas just keeps building an awesome line in front of him, and he will continue to do his thing. An outside candidate that I really think deserves some name recognition, and just the fact that he was an absolute stud, even though his team kind of really sucked, was David Johnson. I'm a firm believer in the NFL MVP should go to a team that at least made the playoffs. Unfortunately, the Cardinals didn't make the playoffs here. It's not David Johnson's fault in the least bit. Dude had a great year. I think he had like over 2,000 all-purpose yards this year. I think, don't quote me, it was like 1,200 yards on the ground, 800 yards receiving, if I'm not mistaken. But dude's an absolute monster. Going into future fantasy drafts, I believe that he's at least going to be top three. Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, and David Johnson are definitely going to be my top three. I ultimately think that I might even, if I had the number one pick next year, I'm probably taking David Johnson. I don't think the Cardinals can play as poorly as they did this year. I think they get it together. I really believe in Bruce Arians as a coach. I don't know how it all unraveled. They just played really bad football. No excuse. Happens. Focus on next year. Prepare all off season. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt. Fingers crossed. It seems that guys that I select in the first round do find a way to get injured. So I like David Johnson. He's an exciting player. He's great for the sport, and that's that. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. That is going to wrap it up. I'd like to hear your opinion in the comment section below. Definitely let me know how you feel about any of the three topics that I talked about today. And just as a recap, Alshon Jeffrey declaring a Super Bowl for a team that he might not be a part of in 2017. Grayson Allen returning after a one-game suspension. And we are talking NFL MVP and who I feel should be it. But that is going to wrap it today. If you guys haven't followed me on Twitter yet, please do so. Link is in the description below for you guys. Hope you have a great night or day whenever you're watching this. And thank you so much for supporting my videos as always. Bye, guys.